Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings and great rising, greetings and great rising. Good afternoon or good evening. Wherever you are in your day, wherever you are on your journey, baby. Welcome, 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 and welcome back. For those that are new here, my name is Robin, the creatrix of Amethyst and Clover, coming to you with the Blood Moon, Full Moon, Full Lunar Eclipse Moon in Scorpio, baby, during Taurus season. Ashe, Ashe. Yes, Taurus, Scorpio, polar opposites in Amethyst and Clover world. It just means that they have the same goals, maybe. One is more so on an emotional level, the other is on a more practical level. Ashe, Ashe. And when those two energies come together, it is best to use both energies in a harmonious blend because they're both present and they're both fixed energy. So they each have their own boundaries and their own morals and their own codes of ethics and a way of getting things done, but they must work together, especially during this time when you have eclipses taking place. The moon and the sun are always ever engaging during this time, one coming in front of the other. Ashe, Ashe, AYIBOBO, or something along those lines. Take a look into that. Ashe, Ashe. Yeah, so I just wanted to take a look, see what's going on. These messages are coming through for those that rock ancestors, spiritual energy, angels, signs, symbols, synchronicities have been popping like all weekend. All weekend, that energy is high. That energy is now. Ashe, Ashe. So yes, let's just take a look and see what messages are coming through for us, because of us, by us, from our ancestors, spirit guides, spirit animals, orishas, lawas, however it is that you rock, all coming from source divine energy. Ashe, Ashe, AYIBOBO, Asheo. Yes, my little Palo Santo candle, purifying and cleansing the air, opening things up. Vanilla is coming through with that warm, loving, soft, soothing, good for the soul energy, Ashe. And of course, as a little sweetener, put a little spice in it. Ashe, Ashe. One time, AYIBOBO, Ashe yo. Yeah, so let's go ahead and dig on into it. Ashe, Ashe. These two cards flew out together. And shine and shame. Okay. Shine and shame, baby. Shine and shame. So the energy that's coming through is it's time for you to utilize your voice. It's time for you to be seen. It's time for you to be heard. It's time for you to, really live authentically you. I'm also getting a very spiritual energy in regards to this, like a spiritual journey. Like maybe you are now taking that first step forward into creating a new foundation, a new bond, with a practice that may not be ideal to others. Ashe, Ashe. And there's a lot of talks and criticism and, just negative energy in regards to what it is you want to do physically and spiritually, especially during this time. Physically, Taurus season, spiritually, Scorpio moon. Ashe, Ashe. Bringing those two together. There are guardians that are around you at this time, and you may be having some difficulties in regards to this transition of the game. And I say game like it's not a game, but colloquially speaking, shoot, yes, definitely a lot of power here. This is in regards to also some shadow work. There's definitely something else that's taking place here. There's definitely something that is keeping you small, keeping you, in doubt. And shame, is lying to you. Ashe. I read that in the guidebook of the oracle, the African goddess oracle, Gabriela Abrams. If you don't know, now you do. Ashe, ashe. Yes, so this is definitely taking a look into you. Mambo de jumbo. You know, people may not understand the reasons as to why, the reasonings as to why you want to go on this journey. You may even be in the already on your journey and practicing, you know, different words. And instead of saying amen, you could be saying AYIBOBO. You know, instead of saying I don't know. Whatever it is that you're saying, you're definitely saying something different. Ashe, ashe. And there is some name calling and some shame. You know, maybe others don't feel as though that you're worthy to be on this path, or maybe they're concerned with how you're utilizing and working and moving, you know, on your path. The goal here is to remember that you have to stay true to you. There's been a lot of growth here. You know, you is warm and is inviting. You can't help but shine. People are going to talk. People are going to say what they're going to say. You're going to have to utilize the power. Got all these horns here, you know, fire energy, shadow energy taking place. During this time, ground yourself. Ground yourself in being you. Ground yourself in, you've already accepted this leg of the journey. You already accepted that this is the course. So when that energy comes through, just look at it more so of a balance. Shine and shame. They go hand in hand. The more you shine, the more people try to shame come through Game of Thrones. Yes, Google that if you're not familiar. Perfect analogy for that. Ashe, you know. There's going to be some time where you're really going to have to call on your ancestors, your root workings, whatever it is that you're doing. This 3 is also about expansion. So this is definitely, once you're grounding yourself in the confidence and the power and the magic of you, regardless of what people have to say about you here. Because you got long Bubby Susie over here, who they was talking about her long boobs and how one that was poisonous and one was for breast milk. And, you know, depending on how you treated her, depending on which one she would give, and you know, there's a whole lot of negativities in regards to that. Mambo the jumbo is in a bit talking about mumbo jumbo. So people don't understand. So instead of trying to take a look, and maybe because of their path, how they walk, their spiritual or, you know, religious beliefs, that they can't even take a look into what it is that you got going on. That's not your concern. That's neither here nor there. There are cycles ending, and there's going to be some challenges in regards to some new beginnings, but this is bringing you back to you. Scorpio Taurus energy is telling you to, you know, get to your roots of the matter. There's definitely something in the shadows here where you need to take a deeper look and become okay with that. Work that out for yourself. Stop allowing people to use you against you. Ashe, ashe. And stop trying to shrink yourself when you start shining and they start shaming. So then you trying to, you know, balance it out. No. No. Ashe. Then we have the sun coming out in joy. And the sun has been out even though the sun has not been out. AYIBOBO. You feel the heat, but you really haven't been seeing a lot of, at least here, of the sun. Ashe. So yeah, this is coming through that there's definitely a decision that needs to be made. And you're going to have to advocate for yourself. You're going to have to fight for yourself. You're going to have to make sure that you come back to center, that you're rocking solely with self. You know, you're taking a look at the as aboves and the so belows, your side to sides and everything in between. Ashe. But if it's not for your greatest and your highest good, and the ego is definitely going to be playing a part here, because the energy that is out right now, you know, you got bulls and scorpions. There's a lot of horns and a lot of stingers and a lot of poison. We're talking about poison over here, you know. If you hear Poison by BBD, then there you know. You want to pay attention to the signs. You want to pay attention to the symbols. The markings are on the wall, they saying. So something has come into view and is going to help you to gain clarity in regards what it is that you truly want. Is it truly your decision that you're making, or is it the influences of others and their shine and shame game? AYIBOBO. Ashayo, this is Leo energy. This is having strength and courage and determination. Joy is a 3-letter word, but it's so powerful. So remember, not just the things that are going on a negative end. You definitely want to make sure that you're still enjoying. See? Enjoy, you have enjoying. That's how you can also be a good advocate for yourself, is to really just enjoy the things that are happening in your life for you, because of you. Ashe, Ashe, AYIBOBO, Asheo. Yes, come through. We're definitely having an awakening. Definitely. There's something that has this, whatever seed that was planted, especially on a spiritual level. This is really coming through in regards to spirituality for me. You're having an awakening. There's something inside of you that is just starting to wake up. And when it's new and it's young and it's fresh, it is also vulnerable. We mustn't forget our seeds. Even when they start to, germinate. I don't know why that word is in my head. I don't even know if that word is the right way to apply that, but we're going to rock a spirit says so. Ashe, Ashe, having that little burst of life and having things sprout like those roots, digging deep into it. You got 2 fixed signs in Taurus and Scorpio. So you're going to have to dig in deep and rock for yourself. And remember the joy as the shame is coming along, because it's not your fault that you was born a shiner. It wasn't your fault. You a little bright star. Come through, Robin. Ashe, Ashe. You're a star, baby. And you're really starting to realize that. Starting to, acknowledge that. And look at all these energies of guardians and spirit guides and ancestors. Ashe, Ashe. And look at how the power is in your hands. And this is what they know. Because ultimately, this is your life. But if people can steal some joy, have you advocating for something other than yourself at this time, you may not be making the best decision. Ashe, Ashe. AYIBOBO, Asheo. Oh. Let's bring these up a little bit. I'll do my best to show. Okay. Okay. Listen. Okay. When you got husband and wife coming through, when you got mates coming through in Dambala and Ayido Wido, when you got mates coming through, yeah. Oh, yeah. And this is definitely water and fire energy. Masculine and feminine energy. Ashe. Ashe. Yes. Come through. Oh, and then Nanaboloklo. Ashe. Ashe. Coming right under the awakening. So a lot of our third eyes are being awakened. Congratulations. And I don't say that sarcastically. I say that as AYIBOBO. Congratulations. Yes. We have a lot of potions. We got elixirs here. Yeah, so maybe that's the decision that you need to be making. I see beauty potions, love potions, tonics, and elixirs. For those that, are on their spiritual path that includes working with herbs and oils, do not have these people out here making you feel as though that this is some taboo type of, wickedness. These are herbs from the earth come through that is taking those deep-rooted energies and is bursting through, going through all kinds of trials and tribulations. That energy, and they're potent, and they're healing, and they're in all the daggone inspirations of, the OTCs, the over-the-counters. I digress. Ashe. Ashe. Choose your workings wisely. If you're gonna, do a love potion, consider you first. Consider, falling in love with you first. Find your favorite flower. Buy yourself a flower. Just cause. Create a beauty routine, a regiment. That's the potion and the power within itself. And this one is saying, number 13, feminine energy all day. We also have the devil here. That's Capricorn energy. Capricorn has definitely been around. Some decisions definitely need to be made. Something is unbalanced here. You may want to take a look into your sacral, solar, and throat chakra. AYIBOBO. There could definitely be some young love here. There could definitely be some strong connections. You have Scorpio on the watery side, which is, representation of Congo. These two are ancients. Ancient Loa. Husband and wife. You see them together. When you see one, you definitely see the other. And here they are. So there could be a new opportunity that is coming in hot and heavy. There's a relationship that is probably getting hot and heavy. And that could be with yourself, with spirit, with your spirituality, your practices. Baby, listen. Excuse me, Bob. There's something definitely, coming to life here. And when you have, devil energy, it's definitely about decision making. It's definitely about choices. It's definitely about remembering the joys. This is definitely the time where you're going to have to advocate for yourself. Something is going to test you. Something is going to try it. Something is going to try someone or something, baby. And it's going to feel like a very fiery time. All this sun energy. This could honestly be a battle between you and, your ego. Two strong forces coming together and having to find a harmonious balance. So that could be one of the elixirs, love potions, tonics, beauty potions. Start to see the beauty in the ugly sides of you, because they too help you to create and make you. Take that to your altar, baby. Ashe, ashe. Oh, what the kid just say? Balance. And there are those colors again, that sacral and solar, energy. Oh, and the butterflies come through and there's the sun coming through. Yes. Take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. Boundaries must be set. There's definitely something, changing here. Butterflies, there's something that's going to set you free. There's something that you need to acknowledge about you that ultimately makes you unique. It makes you you. You've definitely have had some type of transformation. Serpentine energy. There could be, you could be a healer. Maybe, that's what that awakening in you is. On this path of yours, regardless of what it is or, how you move, something has led you, on the journey to like herbs and roots and, things like that. And you're finding that there's so many avenues in regards to research that if someone even sees a book, that's labeled a certain way, they're instantly forming opinions, and you definitely start to feel that energy. You definitely want to make sure that, you're taking energy in moderation. Let the devil come through. Because been busy, has been very, very busy. Especially when it comes to work, it looks like, and relationships. There's definitely something that is testing the wills. This could be one of those big seeds that you've planted that is definitely, given life. It's coming to life. And maybe you see it and you feel it and you've been advocating, but there's something inside of you where there could be just like braggish, a little cocky. Ashe, come through. You definitely don't want to, get a big head about it. You definitely want to get a big head about it. Ashe. But something beautiful is coming along, but you just have to make sure that you're being patient. You're staying focused. You're taking your good, your bad, your uglies, and your what the fucks, and you're learning the lessons, and you're putting them in your knapsack, and you're having this beautiful opportunity to come on through. It just may not be easy. New emotions, new feelings, new thoughts, new energies. Maybe you're getting a promotion, and you're going to have to, leave one area and go to the next. And that could be unnerving within itself. Ashe. See? Oh, come through. Music, harmony. And I always look at this card and I always think of, look at that. That's that masculine and feminine energy. Right along with Damballa and AYIBOBO. Masculine and feminine energy. So, yeah, there's definitely going to be a coming together. Something is definitely coming together, whether it is a relationship, a partnership, a business proposal. Maybe you need a loan from the bank. Maybe you're working on that. You're definitely working on something. And you're at that leg of the journey where it's time to go ahead and get that speech together. Start practicing your speech so you can, present yourself in the best of light. Because there's that sight. Can you see it? Can you see your dream unfolding? And there's definitely some options that you're going to have to, consider. And you're definitely being encouraged to consider it all. Bring everything to center. That as above energy, meaning, your higher self within you. Before you ever start looking outside of you, everything is right within you. Take that to your altar. So your higher self, when you want to, you're leading with your heart and your strength and your courage and your conviction and your determination while being, understanding that you're not the only one that's living in the world. But while that is true, you are an individual and you are on your course and on your path, purposely and purposefully. Ashe. Clouds. Yeah, there's definitely some changing coming in. Shapeshifters. or shape-shifting. Oh, well, let that be a message. I'm saying shape-shifters and their shape-shifting. You know, so there's definitely some form of change, and you may not have a lot of clarity. You know, you seeing the sun is out, but, you know, there's something on the horizon. There's something moving in. There's something that is, you know, brewing and changing. And it's definitely going to be testing, you know, your fire, your emotional state. And this is why early in the game, you know, they were speaking of making sure you stay grounded. Remember your roots. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. Remember that transformation in itself is a form of shape-shifting. You know, so some of us could be struggling or having challenges in regards to embracing, you know, the path that we're currently on, because our thought and our perception, you know, which is ultimately our reality, may not align or, you know, even begin to look like what this journey actually is. And this is, you know, allowing you to, you know, see all sides while remaining true to you. You have to rely on your intuition, your gut, what you know to be true. Everything may not always work in our favor. But when you have new opportunities, the possibilities are endless. There's a beautiful awakening here. And it's coming from feminine energy, and masculine energy is a blend. So maybe some of us need to take more care and take a look into either the opposite energies. If you were taking a look more into the feminine energies, you definitely may want to consider, you know, balancing it out with some masculine energy. To encourage you in regards to how to use your fire wisely. You have so much ancient energy that is around you. You got Nana Bolo Klo Flafambo. You got Dambara Flafambo. And then you got AYIBOBO in the Congo. Ashe, Ashe. Call on your people. Ask for some help. Ask for some assistance. That could be the missing link. And that could be a little scary and a little challenging to do, but it's something that, you know, you must, and I'm not going to say that so strongly. Take that to your altar. But I encourage you to consider. They're definitely coming through. Like, say your name. They want to get to know you too. You know, it's not just about studying, you know, the ancient ways, the traditional ways. You know, making sure that you're adding your energy and your essence and your flavor and your flair on it too. They say they want to see how you dance. Put on some music. They want to see how you move. Put on some music. You got the elven touch, recovery, comeback, revival. Yeah, see, there's definitely something that is awakening in you. There's definitely something that's awakening. And it could be your heart. Maybe you was cold as ice. How cold? Ice cold. But there's definitely, you know, some fiery masculine energy that's about to come on through. Or maybe it's feminine energy that's about to come on through. Whatever it is, baby, it's going to be so enlightening. It's going to also help you to remember that you are worthy, you are loved, you are deserving of it. Your past is your past. The only thing that we can do is learn from it, heal from it, love and forgive from it. What? Yes. And this is beautiful energy. And it's also saying come back. So, Ashe, doing these retrogrades, recovery, revival. You definitely want to pay attention to the REs. There could be, you know, a past love or a past lover or a past situation that is definitely coming through. That could be the test in regards to having to make a decision. And don't forget, low vibrating energy is out there. But with the devil is really just, you know, presenting you with your choices and with your options. You said you knew what joy was. You said that's what you wanted. You had it all figured out. But there's something else that's coming in that is gaining your attention and is shaping, you know, your perception. You know, shape shifting. You could be changing your mind about something. You may not be as sure about something. And don't be so quick to, you know, create a potion or to, you know, to get a spell. You just need to ground yourself. Maybe go out in nature. Go to the park. Go to the woods. Go to the forest if that's what you have. Ashe. Ashe. You got to go back to knowing who you are and what you're about. There's going to be a lot of quote unquote opportunities. It's going to be a lot of opportunities. Some are going to be, you know, good for your greatest and highest good, and some that is, you know, traps and set up for, you know, your spiritual or business or relationship, whatever it is, demise. AYIBOBO. Be careful. There could definitely be some, we already talked about Capricorn energy. We're already in that Taurus and Scorpio realm, but Leo energy is definitely playing a part as well. There's a lot of fire here. How are you going to direct your fire? And this is like in the meantime energy. This was 8 and this is 18. So 8 and 9. Things are coming together. Things are, you know, going in an order that you may not be able to see. Cloudy, nebulous energy. But this says enchanted, enspelled, and beguiled. Listen. There could definitely be when be mindful of the potions or the people that are making the potions. Be mindful of that. Make sure that you know fully what you're doing and make sure that you understand that, you know, nothing comes without a price. And that's just not in regards to magic or how it is that you rock. That's life. That's life. But when you're looking at, you know, enchanted and then you see dragonflies and you see pearls, there's a lot of pearls of wisdom. Please pay attention. They're still stressing that they put a sign. Something is written on the wall. Something is hidden in plain sight. You're overlooking something. And it's in the shadows that you're going to have to, you know, really dig deep. And maybe while doing that shadow work, maybe the best place to go is outside, not in your home. You know, getting that fresh air. Doing your breathing, you know, techniques. Just being quiet and listening to see what spirit and your ego has to say. Because there's a lot of solar energy that's on this table. So you definitely want to make sure that you're considering. And don't forget, Scorpio and Taurus are polar opposites. You know, but they have a lot of things in common. Like being, you know, animalistic. Being sensual, sexual, nurturing, caring, loving, kind. But on the other end, you know, can definitely kill you. Speaking of the energies, not people. Ashe, don't even AYIBOBO. But if it rocks and resonates and you already know what I'm talking about, you know, astrologically, Ashe, Ashe. There is something that, you know, may be causing some friction. And it's taking place in the shadows. And you're being encouraged not to wait for it to come to the surface. Like, this is sure enough a heads up. There's a lot of beautiful things coming your way, but something is keeping you from taking that step. You're not utilizing your fire properly. Oh, and then we have Frigga here. And then look at all of this. Look, she is fire. AYIBOBO. She is fire. Come through. And that's 12, which definitely comes out to be that 3, that coming together, that expansion, that awakening, You know, the balancing of the kundalini energy. Maybe it's sexual tension, sexual energy. I don't know what's unfolding in your life, but you definitely want to take a look at it on all levels, every scope. You know, readiness, bounty, plenty. Yeah, are you ready to get this plentiful bounty that's on your way? You know, that's on its way to you. Ashe. Ashe. There's been a lot of changes, and maybe you can't see, and maybe you're being entertained and enticed with things that are taking you off your path. Grounding yourself. So moderation here, grounding yourself. Maybe it's not the best time to bust a move on any type of level. Mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, energetically. You definitely want to make sure that you're keeping close to you, to your spirit, you know, your essence, your auras, your guides, you know, your guardians. There's a lot of guardians out here as well. Ashe. Ashe, and it says, I am knowledge. So this could be a time to, you know, dig into the studies. Give yourself quizzes because you're definitely being tested, you know, or tested. You're definitely being tested. So you give yourself some tests. You definitely want to research, recover, look over, you know, there's something that is being birthed, and there's something that's in the shadows that you're going to be tested, and you already have it within you. Take a look back. Take a look into your books. Whatever it is you're reading right now, you know, could definitely be the jam. Definitely, there's a reason why you're reading what you're reading right now, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. And then we always, then you have, you know, this arrow going up, shooting your shot. For me, Sagittarian energy, definitely telling you in the direction is going up. So things are looking up. If you're in school, baby, you're about to pass your test. AYIBOBO, claim that. Know that, own that, but definitely study, but don't overstudy. You definitely want to rely on, you know, your body and your brain doing what it needs to do for your test. It's in there. You just have to allow it to come up out of you. Ashe, ashe. Then we have here, stop pouring into people what? They leave you empty. Self-worth. Yeah, so there's some type of change here. There's some type of transformation. There's some type of shape shifting. Maybe a person, or, you know, whether it, regardless of what area of your life, they've changed. Something has changed. They're not who they say they were. They're not who they once were. Whether it's a lie or upgrade, whatever it is, it may not be working. You know, you may have poured more into them, and now they're changing, and now you realize just how depleted you are. Always keep a reserve, and try your best not to even need to tap into your reserve when you're pouring into others. You're definitely being encouraged, that self-love, that self-care, pouring into you. Let yourself be the focus a little bit right now. They said a whole lot right now. Ashe. Ashe. Mm-hmm. Then we have Venus here. See, that's that self-love that's coming through. And that's 21. That's the mirror images of each other. You got Taurus and Scorpio, who are on polar opposites. So that's already mirror images. And then we're about to head into Gemini. You know, so that's that double energy. Things are so heightened and intense right now. They're heated. You definitely want to make sure, and it says Venus beloved, you definitely want to make sure that you are understanding at this point in time that those seeds that we've planted, they're coming into bloom. And they're bringing new energies, new life, new possibilities, new ways of thinking and feeling and being and handling situations. You're being strongly encouraged to, you know, move from love. Or should they move with love? Yes. First Wives Club. You know, maybe, you know, it's not working out on a marriage level. Maybe you need to spice up your life. I don't know. It's just, I find it really interesting that Venus comes out right after stop pouring into people that leave you empty. Self-worth. So somewhere along the lines in your relationship, you've lost sight of yourself somewhere. And maybe you're taking a look into, you know, different things on this path of finding your way back. Take that to your altar. Ashe. But Venus definitely does rock with Taurus energy. definitely want to pour into the home. If you're going to be doing any type of elixirs and potions and things like that, don't forget, when you're doing a love spells also, can be protection spells. If you're going to make an elixir, if you're going to make a potion, if you're going to make a blend, make sure that, you're utilizing it in other capacities. You're broadening your horizons, and maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's the shift. Maybe some of us are starting to connect the dots that, things really are, in alignment, and things really do have a connection. And it's just about finding that balance, that harmony, that sweet spot in regards of your quote unquote, your light and your darks, your highs and your lows. This is a lot. Oh, and I see 44 just sitting up here, or 444. So trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. Oh, come through 444. I am protected. And I was just talking about making sure that you keep, broadening your horizons and understanding that doing a love potion can also be a spell of protection. Don't forget yourself. Don't forget your home. Don't forget, the energies and the people that you hold loved and beloved. Beloved. I'm sorry, I wasn't saying it like that for the reading, but every time I hear beloved, I think of the movie Beloved with Oprah Winfrey and Danny Glover, and he just kept saying beloved. It was just so weird and gross. Let's move on. Just know that you are protected, and it says, you're exactly where you need to be at this point in time. This is where I was talking about, maybe now is not the best time, especially with retrogrades of Pluto, which is already a mysterious type of planet with mysterious energy, loves to start shit up and get shit out there, and just full of surprises, and then you have Venus, because we're still in Taurus season. So this is telling you right here in this moment, this is definitely a heads up. Listen. And then you have, come through, AYIBOBO. 15, your love for others is powerful, and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and social nature brings you into contact with the variety of people, all who hold benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. There is a lot of wisdom on this table. Like I said, you have the ancients, you have Dambala and Aida Wido, you have Nana Bolo Klo, La Fambo, Ashe. There's a lot of energy that is out here that is in regards to wisdom, and all this serpentine energy, snake energy is definitely coming through. That there has been some growth, you've been given some words of wisdom. If you have a granny on the other side, definitely light a candle. Definitely give your ashes, your amens, your hallelujahs, however it is that you rock. Definitely do that. Say their name. Journal this moment. What did you hear or see that made you think of a loved one today? Or over the weekend as a whole? As a whole, Robin. As a whole. Ashe. Ashe. Yeah, there's definitely some wisdom here. I am knowledge. And like I said, you're about to be tested on something, and implementation is how you change or turn or transform or have a shape-shifting experience from changing knowledge to wisdom. You're going to have to implement. Ashe, ashe, ashe. What else we got popping off? Oh, see? A choice to make. This goes right along with the daggone decision. And look at how you have this fiery energy right now. All of this right here, I would spend some time making sure that my solar and sacral chakras are definitely in balance. You want to make sure that they're balanced. You want to make sure that they are balanced. Your sensuality, your sexuality, your gusto, your gut, your drive, all from making sure from the very beginning that you are rooted, suited, and booted. Just making sure that. Yeah, there's a connection that is taking place, or that is definitely on the horizon. Maybe you've been looking for a sign, And again, they keep saying that it's on the wall. So let that be figuratively. You could be looking around somewhere specifically, like, oh, they said it's on the wall. You know, the writing is on the wall. I don't know. Play Michael Jackson off the wall. Ashe. But it doesn't necessarily have to be so symbolic as it is here. You know what I'm saying? It could be figuratively. The writing is on the wall, meaning all you have to do is really ground yourself, dig in deep, and really open up and expand and explore and allow it to come through. It may not look the way that you once remembered. Your perception at that time could have been off. Now that you have grown, you've matured, and you have, allowed these moments to happen, you can now see the wisdom inside of you. You now can go back. Sankofa, it is not taboo to go back and get what was lost, misplaced, stolen, and or forgotten. AYIBOBO, Ashayo, but you definitely have a choice to make. Remember what you said you wanted that would bring you joy. Have you allowed others to get inside of your head and have you feeling, some shame when you should be shining right now? The sun is out, AYIBOBO. Your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings, there has been a closing. Something has ended. And you may be feeling a little off because that's the mysterious energy of Pluto, which is Scorpio's planet, which is also representation of Oya come through, because she rocks with Scorpio energy. Ashe, Ashe. So yeah, and you got butterflies here, you got dragonflies that are out. So there's definitely a transformation that is taking place. Something has ended and maybe you're not seeing it clearly. You understand that it's over. You feel like something is ending, but you don't know how it's going to play out. So therefore, you are rebelling. Come through. And then this is 33. So definitely divine energy. And what is it? It says upstart. Turn. Let me read it right side up, Robin. Upstart. Tumult and revolution. 33, rebelling. Yeah, you're fighting something. And you definitely want to make sure that's trickster energy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily negative energy. The devil card is really just keeping you accountable. Showing you other options that you may have once considered and just trying to see if that joy that you said that you wanted is really what you want, or will you be easily swayed elsewhere? These are your decisions to make, a choice to make. These are your decisions to make. The devil is just coming through to present those. To present those, baby. Ashe, Ashe. So, there could be definitely energy that is trying to get you to, align yourself to something that it doesn't have anything to do with you. You want to be mindful of trickster energy right now. It definitely may not have, it could come across like that, but if you just stop and ground yourself and allow things to play back during this retrograde time while everything is slowing down. And like I said, Gemini season is coming up. Mercury definitely rocks with Gemini and Virgo, so that's that air, earth energy. Earth is definitely on deck right now. And in the shadows is where we need to move. So, maybe practice some sacred movement, and some sacred words. Don't say nothing, just be grounded and just watch, hide and watch. Ashe, Ashe, knowing when to move and what to say, when to say it, and when to move. That's utilizing your fire. There's a lot of creativity here as well. And maybe someone is getting flack about, their choice of creating. Maybe it doesn't look the way some people feel as though that it should look. Again, you're going to have to be true to who you are and what you're about. And then this says full moon in Libra. Find a balance, baby. So we got harmony. We have balance here. We have balance here. So there are a lot of messages that are coming through that are stressing to be balanced. You want to make sure that you are in alignment with what it is that you want. And I said that Venus definitely rocks with Taurus and Libra. And then here we have Libra here coming on out. So you're really going to have to make sure that you are aware of your thoughts and the things that you're taking in. You want to make sure that you're keeping yourself protected. You don't want to ignore any of the negative energies either, because there's no balance there. You can't pretend like shit ain't going on. There's something changing. There could be several things changing. The way the world is set up right now, baby, there could be several things changing simultaneously. Ashe, ashe. Just make sure that you're grounded and rooted in love, you know, and things that are for your greatest and highest good. And if you're going to be focusing on anything outside of yourself, because that's what the Taurean energy is all about, you know, the physicalness of it all, the tangibility of it all, maybe just stay in the house for a little while. Like, now is the time to just get low. Even though the sun is just starting to shine, it's starting to get warm, but it's still rainy. So hey, oh, and then we're talking about again that that micro, you know, sea monster. So there could be some little emotions and thoughts and feelings that are being used and blown out of proportion. It's not as big as you think it is emotionally. Now is the time to just sit down and have those real heart to hearts with yourself. And again, if you're doing potions or making any type of elixirs or tonics or, you know, things like that, even just regular herb blends, you want to make sure that you know what it is that you're working with. Everything that looks good and sound good may not have the same reaction when you apply your energy into it. Let's be clear. Mugwort may not work for you like it works for me, or it may not work for me at all because I'm allergic to it, and it may work for you. Ashe, ashe, you definitely want to make sure you know what it is, especially on, you know, a herb or essential oil type of level. Take a look at the origins of where they come from. Definitely that. Take a look at the origins of where they come from, the roots of them all. And then it says the word wants to be written. So this could be a written test. You know what I'm saying? Or you're really going to have to journal. You're really going to have to own who you are. And maybe if you're starting a new business, like I said, come through. Like I said, if you're coming, if you're working on something and you may need to start preparing for that speech. Start practicing in the mirror. Start writing it down. Start putting it to memory. That goal and that seed that you planted, this is that next step. Transformations are coming through yet again with the butterfly. So definitely change. Oh my gosh. Stop playing. Yeah, there. Stop. We have, listen, we have shapeshifter yet again. Stop. AYIBOBO. Come, listen, look, listen. Shapeshifting and shapeshifted, Oya, or any other transformative Loa, Orisha, spirit guide, spirit animal that you rock with. And then here we have the eagle. The eagle is the second phase of Scorpio energy, Ashe. So there's definitely something going on. You want to trust your instincts, trust your gut. You definitely want to trust all of that. I hope that was helpful, baby. Until next time, I will be coming back. AYIBOBO. Mean no ill thought words, curses, hexes, spells, negative energy, low vibration. Cross you, your ori, your auric, or your aortic field. It is all about the wisdom in you, the cycle of life, the shedding of layers, trusting your gut, not falling for the okie doke. Someone may or may not be who they appear to be, and they're playing in blind spots, baby. Ashe, ashe. If anyone is doing any type of harm to us on any type of level, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, energetically, any of the leads, come through my Uncle Lee. We want to send all bullshit back to sender 9x9. Come through my Grandma Ree. And if you're not having the day that you want to have, baby, change that shit. Mwah, 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 mwah. Peace.